you're above the dog. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough. I wanna live right now. Baby, I'm as young as the night. I wanna dance right now. On the floor, I feel so alive. Don't stop, turn it up. 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 Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We're going hard. Pour some more into my cup. Sparkling star. Crystal glitter all over. Get
All right. Listen, welcome to the SheEO Center stage. I am your host, Angela A. Love Lewis, and I am so excited to be here because, baby, it is Turkey Week. We are getting it down. So make sure you come on in. Make sure you tag somebody, like this broadcast, share it out, and let the people know that we've got an amazing guest on. But while I'm waiting, I need you all to get in here. Again, tag a few people, and then let me know where you're coming from. Shout your city out. Let me know who is in the place to be, right? Because this is going to be an amazing broadcast tonight, because I'm with one of my favorite people. I'm telling you, she always has such beautiful energy. If y'all know her, I know that you already love her. And I'm just not going to really hold the suspense down. I want you, as I'm talking about who's coming on, make sure you all tag and get some people on this broadcast, because we want to make it, make her feel comfortable, make her feel welcome on the SheEO Center stage. So again, welcome. I'm excited that you're here, and I want to introduce to some, not other than our guest tonight. SheEO Center Stage Spotlight will be on Miss Nicole Anderson, baby. Yes, she is the founder of H.E.R Wine. Nicole is a winemaker, a speaker, and a professional marketer who has deftly blended her passion for wine with her experience as a recent breast cancer survivor to create a brand that is both inspiring and relatable. After being diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer in December 2021, Nicole used her diagnosis as an opportunity to explore her own happiness and joy, discovering that a glass of wine was always a comforting part of her treatment journey. Undaunted by her diagnosis, Nicole released 2 new sparkling wines in commemoration of her cancer journey, aptly named A Toast to Me, which is a bubbly Riesling, and a limited edition bubbly Rosé, where proceeds are donated to I Will Survive, a nonprofit breast cancer organization. Her wine, which stands for having evolved repeatedly, represents her resilience, determination, and creativity. Through her wine, Nicole has created a brand that is reflective of herself and her peers, building a community around her passion for great wine and empowering women to pursue their dreams and passions no matter what challenges they face. As a sought-after speaker, Nicole shares her inspiring story and message of hope and resilience with others, inspiring them to take action and live their lives to the fullest. Today, Nicole is cancer-free, yes, and looking forward to a long life of happiness, health, and of course, great wine. Her journey as a breast cancer survivor has not only strengthened her resolve and inspired her to give back, but it has also infused her wine with a deeper meaning and purpose, making it more than just a brand, but a symbol of hope and resilience. So listen, I am bringing to the stage none other than the amazing Nicole Anderson. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Hi, I'm amazing. How are you?
I am doing awesome. And I'm so excited to see you here. Every time I see that beautiful smile, I'm always excited, always happy, because I know that one thing about you, you're going to keep a smile on your face no matter what you're going through. You never look like what you've been through. And I just think that's such a beautiful testimony.
Oh, thank you. That's like the biggest compliment. It really is.
You are so welcome. So let's go and hop into this thing because as I told them, your bio, that also, it gives people a background, but it doesn't really give them the, inside track. So that's what we're going to give them. I want you to just tell them a little bit about who you are.
Yes, yes. Well, you did so amazing. I need to like put you in my pocket. I need that kind of intro all the time. That needs to be the wake up. But everybody, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much, Angela. My name again is Nicole Anderson, and I am the proud owner of H.E.R Wine. H.E.R, as Angela mentioned, is an acronym, and it stands for Having Evolved Repeatedly. And the idea there is that I really wanted a wine that represents those moments where we truly deserve to relax and unwind. A lot of times we are constantly wearing so many roles, being superwoman and pouring into other people, and we forget to pour into ourselves. And so H.E.R wine is your subtle permission slip to have that moment of peace that you so rightfully deserve. So I'm super excited to be here. I am the product of the pandemic. I actually launched my business September 2020 after spending a couple years making wine myself at home. Like I was literally like a little scientist creating wine at home and learning the ins and outs of it. Honestly, just out of pure curiosity. People ask me, they're like, are you a sommelier? Not at all. But farthest from it. I'm a wine drinking enthusiast. So
So let's make sure, let's be clear.
Clarify. I just like drinking it. And after you go on about 4 or 5 wine tours, you start to pick up like, okay, this is how it's made as I'm walking around with my wine. Yes. So it really just, I stumbled upon wine as a passion, mostly because I've always enjoyed drinking it, but it came out of a lack of representation. There was a moment where I was looking for wine. I was completely overwhelmed by all of the wine that was on the shelf and honestly disappointed because none of them I felt represented me. I was like, who is Stella Rosa? Where is Sutter Home? Why are we barefoot? Like, I don't understand. None of the names meant anything. And so I decided, like, I wonder what it would be if I could make it where, people could see themselves in the bottle. When I see finally after 5, I immediately, that resonates with a certain type of woman. When people see mama needs a break, that resonates with a certain type of woman. And so, yes, come on, that's what I'm drinking.
Mama needs a break, yes.
So, yeah, it's like, it's a certain type of woman. There's a certain type of lady that is going to be drawn to this type of wine. And that's what I wanted to really embody. I feel like it's time for us to be able to see ourselves in the brands that we purchase. As Black women, we are major consumers, one of the top consumers for purchasing wine. And yet we make up less than 1% of the producers. Wow. And so, when you really start to think about it, it's like, why not me? Why not you? I'm extremely passionate about helping more people get into the wine space. And so that's something that I really feel like we need. Wine and spirits. It doesn't even have to just be wine, but as Black people, I feel like it's important for us to start to disrupt the infrastructures of the systems that we support financially. We need to be a part of that infrastructure as well.
I love that. It's bigger than just actually drinking the wine or having your own wine business, but disrupting the infrastructure. Because like you said, when you start thinking about where money is being made, the wine and spirits industry, baby, is making the money. And so we have to, break those barriers, really get into the industries and really learn, the different ways that people are really making a difference and making an impact, because the monies that are being made there can definitely be put into other aspects of our communities. And so I love that, you decided to, really make an even bigger impact, not just to have the bottles out there, but to really start talking about how we can be at the top 1%. So that we can start making some major moves. So that's a beautiful thing. But let's talk about having evolved repeatedly. What made you come up with that?
Honestly, So the name Her actually came out of a situation of distress. So when I originally launched my wine company, the name of the company was called Unwind. And when I came up with it, I thought it was so clever, y'all. Like I was like, it was unwind with an ED at the end. So I was like, boom, brilliant. Like no one's thought of this before. And so I went ahead and created my brand. And going probably a few months into my inception or launching of my business, I received this cease and desist from a company in Texas.
Wow.
And it happened right at the time that I was like producing some of my newest wines. So I've already spent, my hard-earned money on these bottles, and now the winery's like, hey, we can't label your wine with this right now. What do you want to do? And you're kind of, as an entrepreneur, I feel like you're constantly up against battles of figuring out how to pivot. It's one challenge after the other. The challenges I don't think ever end. I think, your resources expand on how you can solve them. But the problems are always there. So I had to make a decision. Do I halt business after I just launched within 4 months and just say, all right, we're going to just pause and figure this out first? Or do I pivot and, rebrand and put my money and my efforts and my energy into the rebrand? Now, I will say lesson learned always for any new entrepreneur. We don't think about the importance of trademarks and copywriting, right? And being able to do that extra research when we're launching our businesses. I got lucky. I will absolutely say I got lucky because my situation ended up having a layer of racial discrimination embedded in it, which allowed me to be able to win my case. But my lesson for new entrepreneurs, because I didn't know, you don't know until you know, right?
Right.
I had to learn, like, okay, so not only was I not super unique like I thought I was when I came up with that name,
right,
but there were several other unwind wines out there. Now, I could use that name today. I the judgment came in my favor, but I don't want to, because we want it to be disruptive, right? And you want something that represented me. So going back to kind of being in that period of having to pivot, I wasn't sure what I wanted to name the company because I was married at the time to Unwind. But honestly, it came out of prayer and just taking a moment of just silence. I was very stressed out. I was feeling like, you're weighing all these different options. You're thinking about money and having to I had to reprint hundreds of labels. Like I'm just going through all these things in my head. And I thought, think about where you were and where you're going and where you want to be. There's levels to this. And God was like, you got to trust the process. And I didn't really understand what trust the process meant until I was thrust into it. And I was like, all right, you just got to ride this roller coaster. You just got to roll with it. So that's really what spawned the name Her Wine. It came from me wanting to create something when I started to deconstruct my brand. It was a brand that exudes feminine, and it's a brand that speaks to the classy lady. It's a brand that represents us with ambitions and dreams and goals, and every woman that is here trying to pursue her purpose. Her Wine was made for us. And so I wanted something that embodied that. And that's really what inspired that name.
I love it. I love it. I love it because you have how they always talk about the avatar. You know who your audience is. You know who you are catering to and what that woman wants. You know that mama needs a break. You know that somewhere it's going to be 5 o'clock and we need to be sipping on something. And so, but to go back, what I love about what we do with Center Stage and bringing entrepreneurs on is because there's nuggets in here that I think sometimes people don't always know until they hear somebody's story. So when you talk about the importance of trademarking and copywriting and things of that nature, a lot of people, like you say, you hear it all the time, but until you know or hear someone personally that has been through it, now it impacts you different. Now you start thinking a little bit more like, oh, okay, wait a minute, Nicole went through this. So before I do that, let me do my due diligence to get the information so that I won't end up the same way. Because just as a judge was in your favor, maybe it'll work in my favor, but what if it doesn't? Am I prepared to put out that extra money? So I love that we get opportunities to hear from, entrepreneurs such as yourself who are able to kind of share some things that can help somebody else to shorten their learning curve because you've been there and done that. So now by you sharing that, that helps somebody else to go out there and make sure they do what they need to do to avoid anything like that. So that's how you repeatedly evolve. That's how you do what you need to do to bounce back and pivot. And I love the pivot. I love that you said you pivoted. So let's pivot on over to what you have been dealing with when it comes to breast cancer. I know breast cancer awareness was last month. However, we know that women deal with breast cancer every day. And so how was it dealing with that and building your brand?
You know, it's very interesting because I always refer when people get to know me, and you'll hear me say I refer to my wine as my babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I was extremely passionate about my business. It was, the energy and everything that I was putting into it was like it was work, 9 to 5, and then it was my babies, my wine business. And so when I got diagnosed, I was in this phase of life where I was single, didn't have any kids. Um, and so I was looking for the thing to anchor to. I think sometimes, and I don't want to just equate it just to cancer, because anytime we go through something traumatic or go through a dark time in our lives, we all hit some moments of depression in our lowest points. And I think in those moments, that's where you really have to find your why. That's
Yeah.
when you have to anchor into, what's going to give me the zest to keep fighting. And for me, it started with my wine business. But I have to also acknowledge that the one thing that I thought was going to be my savior, which was like when I got diagnosed, I was like, okay, I'm taking off my 9 to 5. Like I need to drop that stressor. And I was like, I'm just going to use this time to put all my energy into entrepreneurship. And I was excited, y'all. Like for real. Like that was my mentality going in because I needed something to anchor onto. But
Mm-hmm.
the problem was I traded one stressor for another. And
Mm.
so I was, instead of resting, I was stressing. Still, like I was still not learning my lesson that God was like, I'm literally smacking you in the face to tell you to sit down. And you still working. You just traded what your one stress was to another. And so it really took me having to explore what brought me happiness, what my interests were outside of my business that helped really with my healing, beyond just having my wine. But I will say my wine gave me purpose. I
Mm.
got so many wins with my wine business that I don't think I ever would have experienced that quickly if I wasn't able to have the time to put in there. And I remember you got to be careful what you ask God for. Because
Yeah.
I asked God for time, and I said, God, I just would love to test out, being able to work full time. But I should have put some parameters around what that time looked like, right?
Yes.
Right. Sometimes you gotta clarify with God what you're trying to say and what
Specific with the
you want.
details.
Be specific. So lesson learned, right? But I say that in jest, but I do believe that God needed me to reach a point of extreme emotional vulnerability where he stripped me of everything, where it was just me, and it was extremely a very pure space of having to kind of acknowledge yourself in the mirror. A
Yeah.
lot of times we say we think we're doing the right things, and we think we're doing the right, and we're on the right path, but we're not really acknowledging the things that we're sacrificing. There's a reason why they tell us on an airplane to put that mask on first for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I was putting
Mm-hmm.
myself beyond last. Like, a stranger could ask me for something, I would give to them before I gave to myself. I had to start reframing a lot of things. So, I say all that to say that wine wine was my foundation. It gave me that
Mhm.
sense of purpose. It gave me something to look forward to, but it was looking and viewing my wine as a job for a moment and giving
Got
myself boundaries even within my business, so I'm not up at 12, 1, 2 in the morning
Mhm.
working on this laptop, giving those boundaries and creating space to explore other interests and passions.
uh you just you gave so much information, so much powerful thoughts inside there, that I hope everybody was able to, really tap into the fact that although you have the passion with your business and all of that, you still have to make sure that you're not so single-minded that you get obsessed with, staying up and putting all these hours, that you're not getting proper rest, that you're not taking care of yourself, that you're not putting you first. Because those things in life, you just have to have balance. And when you're starting a new business, it requires a lot. Let's just be honest about it. It requires a lot, but at the same time, your health is also important. And so I'm going to transition a little bit as we talk about that, because SheEO has just launched their announcing everything with the cares department. And so the cares department is really designed for people who are experiencing, health challenges, or you need prayer, or you're going through whatever grief, or you just maybe have some things that you just need to bounce somebody, have an ear for somebody to listen and just give you that support. And one thing they have done, they just ended up this past Friday with a fundraiser, honey, for the holidays. And baby, they have managed to be able to feed 8 families. So, honey, give it up in the chat for the cares department, because they really have been so industrious about following through and raising money. And it's just a beautiful thing when you help people for the holidays. So I want to transition over to a video for you all to see exactly what cares was up to.
Hello, my name is Regina. I'm a holistic practitioner. I'm also CEO of Sacred Healing Mind, Body, and Soul. I serve at the SheEO District on the media team. Giving back is important. It's a blessing to be a blessing, and especially when you plant those seeds, you will reap. Also, the Bible says, when you give unto the least of thee, you give unto me. I can remember a time when I needed help, being young and being on your own, and just life struggles. And there were numerous of people who imparted into my life and were a blessing, and I've never forgotten that. And because of the kindness that they showed, gave me an example of what it is to be a blessing and to be helpful. It is a blessing to be able to be a blessing to others. The Bible said it's better to give than to receive. Even in my own personal experiences, when I bless others, I'm blessed in all areas of my life. So there are times where we should be obedient and be a blessing when we can. If you're watching this video, go ahead, click the donations link on this post and help us be a blessing to those in need this holiday season.
I love that. I love that, CARES has been able to raise money to help 8 families for the holidays. And I'm going to say this because, Nicole, I know one thing you did very well in going through your breast cancer experiences, that you documented what you were going through. And you had a documentary that you shared with everybody to show them, just how rough it was, but at the same time, the support that you had. And just to share this with you all, the SheEO has a hope line. So for people who are going through, it may be that you don't have family or you just don't know where to turn, but there's a SheEOHopeline.com. Prayer and mental health counseling is a request there, the request line. Whatever you need, reach out, because I know that the holidays can be very difficult. So is dealing with illnesses. So is, just life be lifing. And so we just want to make sure that you have an outlet, because again, Nicole, you had your family there to support you, but for some people they don't have that. And then even if you have your family, sometimes you don't want to be a burden to them as you're going through things, and so you want to reach out to somebody else. I think that's just such a beautiful thing that the SheEO district is doing with the CARES Hope Line. Make sure it's 24 hours, so reach out whenever you need that, and let people know that it's available, because it's here to really help, especially during the holidays, but anytime. Again, 24 hours. And let me also say this before we cut to Nicole on her solo talk, but we are doing something for the most engaged person on this broadcast. So listen, y'all, make sure you ask questions, make comments, because we got something for you at the end of the broadcast. So I'm not going to spoil it and tell you what it is, but you might want to stick around and you might want to be engaged. All right, Nicole.
I love it. I love it. Thank you again, Angela. Thank you so much. You guys, I'm really, really honored to be here with you tonight. I just want to share a little story. So, as Angela mentioned, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And the biggest lesson that I learned from going through that journey was that we have to release our superwoman cape. I was I claim myself to be today a reformed superwoman. And I know that sounds insane to say, but the reality is, a lot of times as Black women, we wear so many roles, so many hats, and we carry so much weight on our shoulders. And oftentimes, when we do that by ourselves. We wear this sense of pride on saying that we did it on our own. And I was the same way. I can tell you guys, there were so many times where God would send help to me and I would turn it away. I literally would have someone. I remember I was going to an event. I had a wagon. It was raining. This gentleman said, "Hey, do you need some help?" And I said, "No." Did I need help? Yes. But I was this proud, independent woman that could hold it on her own. And so I did it on my own, or tried to. This man saw me struggling, came back and said, "You know what? You got to let God help you." And that really struck me. It really, really struck me, because I didn't realize that sometimes God sends us help in a different form than what we expect it to be. And we don't even recognize it. We see it, we're looking for it in one form, and we don't even see that it's right there in front of us in something else, in a better version of it. Another example of that is on a personal level. While I was going through my breast cancer journey, you guys, I was actually in a relationship. And we ended up breaking up in the middle of that relationship. And it was devastating, heartbreaking, because you would never expect someone that you care about to leave you while you're at your lowest point. But it happens, and it's heavy for everybody. But going through that put me into an extreme state of depression. And the way that I had to kind of bring myself out of that was I had to really tap in and beg God to show me love in ways that I didn't see it. And what he did was expose to me that I was receiving the love that I was starving for myself for, right? Like literally starving myself of love, wanting it from this particular man, when in all actuality, I had it in front of me in the form of my family and my friends. They were pouring into me. They were the ones showing up. They were the ones bringing me food. They were the ones that were calling just to make sure that I was okay, that were feeding me and all the things. And a lot of times, myself included, we will starve ourselves when food is right in front of us because we don't see it, because we're looking for it in a whole different form. So my message to you guys today is to really embrace this idea of removing your superwoman cape. I know we're getting into the holidays, and this is the time where mom mode gets in, and it's like I gotta cook all the food, and I gotta get all the desserts, and I gotta make sure all the presents are wrapped and all the things. You guys, ask for help. or if someone offers it to you, before you say no, or even if you do just off of habit, retract it. Use that help, because that's God answering your prayers. We ask for the help. Let's finally embrace it and take it and really lean into a season of living our soft life and embracing our self-care. So I say all of that to say that I am extremely, extremely excited to announce that starting in 2024, I am going to be releasing the Ultimate Black Woman Self-Care Tour. This tour is going to be a party buzz that is going to be sponsored by moi, hosted with me. We're going to have a good time. We're going to vibe out. And then we are going to experience 2 minority-owned self-care excursions. So the first one that we're going to do, you guys, is going to be a candle making session. You're going to be able to create your own luxury candles, followed by a charcuterie board making class. So I don't know about you, but I love being able to host and make cute little concoctions and everything look all nice and pretty. So we're going to learn how to perfectly craft a charcuterie board. So I'm really excited. That's just 1 or 2 rather of the experiences that we're going to be doing next year. So definitely make sure you guys check it out. I'll be dropping an RSVP link because it is going to be limited seats for each tour. We're only taking 8 people. Only 8. That's all. So it's very, very limited. So there is going to be a wait list. I already know it. So I'll make sure to share the link with you guys first. You know I got to show love to my SheEO crew. So I got to drop you guys a discount code. So make sure that you guys get that. I will make sure to put that in there so you guys can get early bird tickets, because I'm really excited about this. But starting 2024, January, we're starting it out healing, self-care, prioritizing self. The name of the tour, you guys, is called Her Time Away. This is your time away. So definitely check it out. Stay tuned for more details, but really excited about that. Thanks, Angela.
I'm loving all of that. I'm loving Her Time Away. I think it's absolutely phenomenal that you came up with this, because again, we talk about superwoman, baby. Listen, the cape be flapping in the wind, baby. You be over here, honey, stressed out, overwhelmed, doing something for everybody. It is time to really focus on you, focus on yourself, focus on putting you as a priority. So I love that you came up, and baby, party bus time. Yes, that is such a great idea. And I love that, all of the candle making and the charcuterie board making and all of those things are such cute ideas. And I think everybody's going to love it. So the lucky 8, baby, whoever that is going to be, y'all better come on and get in where you fit in, right? Because listen, not only does NICOLE do that, it's just the way that you think about everybody, and you open your heart up to really help women to see themselves and to pour love into themselves. And I just think that's so beautiful that you do that, because it's not just about your business, but you're also about the business of pouring in and helping other people. So I wanted to right now take some time out to say congratulations to you, because I heard that you were honored as the Entrepreneur of the Year by I Will Survive. So come on and tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That was such an honor. That was such an honor and so unexpected. Anissa is an absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing business partner. Anissa is the proud owner of I Will Survive. And honestly, we talk a little bit about, like cancer treatments and things like that. But you guys, cancer is expensive. It really is. And it's not the treatments, like that's expensive, but it's bigger than that. It's really all of the supplements that you're trying to buy to try and battle these symptoms. It's the different medicines that you're trying, the food that you spend. I wasted hundreds of dollars on food. So I say that to say organizations like I Will Survive are absolutely pivotal in helping women, especially in our community that don't have access to a lot of these resources, to be able to get funding to help them combat, the financial aspect of their battles. So shout out to I Will Survive. I'm super honored. You guys, our bubbly rosé is extremely amazing, and we donate proceeds of those bottles, each and every one, to I Will Survive. So please make sure, even if you just donate directly to them, that's even better, but please donate to I Will Survive and definitely support. And thank you.
I'm so excited because I think that, like you said, people don't really realize when we talk about um, cancer, period, whether it's breast cancer or any other form or just illnesses in general, they are expensive, from the medications to the treatments to the doctor visits. All of those things cost money. So when you get an organization like I Will Survive, let's support them. Let's, do some things to really help make them profitable so that they can help somebody else. And that's what it's all about, really giving back. And like I said, I know people really think about it during the holidays, but not only holidays, all the time. People need support, people need help. And like you said, a lot of times we don't want to ask for it, even when we know we need it. But it's beautiful to have organizations that really step in and fill in the gap. So shout out to I Will Survive for honoring you as Entrepreneur of the Year, because you so deserve it. When I tell you that you are out here, when you say putting her wine in the marketplace, putting her wine in the places where people can go and support a place and find her wine there. And I know it's just great. So tell me about the first experience for you when you actually found your wine at a liquor store or at some place that you were just like, oh my God, I can't believe it's here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I remember, this is the funniest story. So I remember back in 2018, I was at my corporate job and I was talking because I was at this all white organization, and I was one of the youngest Black women that were working there. The only other Black women that were there were the interns. So I would hang out with them. They were close enough to my age. So we would hang out, and I remember sitting there and telling them, like, man, it would be cool to like start a wine company. We were just talking about, like, if you didn't have to work, what would you do, right? And I said I'd own a wine company. And how cool would it be? Like, I would really dream about going into a store one day and being able to pull my bottle. The day that I did that, I was like so overwhelmed with emotions. It didn't even feel real. It did not even feel real. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm literally like walking into the store and I get to just see my bottle on the shelf, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But the coolest thing was, the very first store that purchased my wine was actually my next door neighbor from when I was 13 years old. It's so crazy. So my next door neighbor was a couple, and the husband was a firefighter. So shout out to Charlie. He and one of his business partners, another firefighter, they own Crest Wine and Spirits. And they were the very first ones to purchase my wine. And that was the coolest full circle thing, because who knew that I would start a wine when he knew me when I was like 13, and who knew
Right.
he would get a liquor store after being a firefighter? So I just love sometimes how full circle God is.
Honey, listen, that is such amazing when you think about it, because again, you're just out here, like you say, in your home, putting things together, trying to figure it out. Then you realize, okay, hey, I'm not the only one who likes what I'm doing. I have other people who love it as well. And then you get out there and make connections. And before you know it, not only can you experience it, but somebody can walk in and see, I know her since she was a little girl, and look at what she's doing now. So I know that was just beyond mind blowing to know that. Look at this. So congratulations to you for that. And I know that even with you out in these streets, making her wine a big household name, you have an event coming up too, don't you?
I do. We have two events coming up.
Oh, come on,
So
too.
yeah, we got two events. So the first event is actually a charcuterie. Hey, charcuterie making. It's called Pink Bites and Boards. Super, super excited. This one is where we are partnering again with I Will Survive, you guys. We are also partnering up with Gray's Craze in Buckhead, which is a Black woman owned business. Yes. So she is really, really amazing. We're going to have giveaways and we're going to create our own charcuterie board. So definitely make sure you guys come out to get tickets for that. That's going to be December 8th from 6 to 9 in Buckhead.
Come on. One thing about you, Nicole, that I have realized is that you always have such wonderful events. I've been to a couple of them, and it's always fun. It's always something that people enjoy. And I think that, the partnerships and the collaborations that you do with other people, that's one of the things, again, about Center Stage, is being able to give people tips on how to take their brand and partner with somebody else and make it where it's a win-win. So if you're talking about charcuterie boards, okay, what better to go with that than wine, right? So think about people whenever you are your business, look and see what other businesses will complement what you do, and then form partnerships, have collaborations, do things that can help both of your businesses get out there. And so what made you, Nicole, what led you, do you have a background in marketing, or what is it that really got you into being able to promote your brand the way that you do?
I do. So I did go to school for marketing. But I was like, I've done marketing for so many different types of businesses, intentionally so. Cybersecurity. I interned for Arby's, like in their marketing corporate office. So I've got a wide array. But honestly, I really feel like it really just ties into just centering back to your why and really opening your mind to thinking about your product from the viewpoint of your consumer. Put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in your best friend's shoes and say, why would she buy this product? Like what problem are you solving? What are you helping? What are you alleviating? And once you can tie into that and really tap into who you're creating it for, it makes sense. Things just start to kind of synergy. It just comes together.
Powerful. So, when we talk about SheEO Center Stage, it really is about giving visibility to the people who are, sitting on this other seat. So tell me, how important is visibility to your business?
Exposure is everything. It really is. I think that, the beautiful thing, if you would have talked about Black businesses a decade ago, let's really think about it. We still had this perception that Black businesses were difficult to work with. The quality wasn't going to be there, and we shamed each other. So this support system that we have curated amongst our community has been absolutely beautiful. I have experienced the most support, and the exposure and the opportunities that have honestly come from word of mouth. It's just someone saying, hey, have you talked to this person? Or, you know what, you need to talk to Nicole, and just bringing, people to me, or vice versa. I think that, that's exposure, that's support. We've seen it before. Support is a verb. It is an action. It takes work. It takes effort. And oftentimes it doesn't take a lot. It costs you nothing to share a post. It costs you nothing to say a Google review. It costs you nothing but a few seconds of your time to support your friend. And if you know of someone looking for something that they offer, to share it along. So, just taking some more intentionality in supporting our Black businesses, understanding that entrepreneurship is, it's a roller coaster. It's not for everybody, and it is absolutely okay. I think, we don't have to feel pressure to be like owning something and I gotta be the CEO. It's not about that. It's about pursuing your passion, what makes you happy, what gives you fulfillment, and anchoring on that. That's the biggest thing.
Come on, baby, and drop those nuggets. I don't know if y'all are paying attention, but all of that was really just a great promo for supporting one another. A lot of times, like you say, it doesn't require you to do a lot. People always think that maybe you don't have enough money to do this, but the free things, do it, and do it in excellence and word of mouth, baby. You can go and talk about a whole lot of other things. Why not talk about Black businesses that are doing well, that are getting it right, that are operating in excellence? Be able to share that, because it doesn't take anything away from you to do that. Because you do it for everything else. If you go to a new restaurant, you're going to share that. If you go and somebody's got a sale, you're going to share that. So why not make sure that you share resources, connections with people who are out here and you see that they're doing that next level. So again, y'all know Nicole was on here. This is SheEO Center Stage. So I want to be able to have you on Center Stage as well. Go to the SheEODistrict.com and then make sure you sign up for SheEO Center Stage. Reserve your seat on the broadcast so that we can talk to you, so you can drop nuggets like Nicole did. You can give us tips, tools, and strategies to help other entrepreneurs as they are navigating their businesses as well. And then on top of that, I want to shout out the Win Network. Listen, all we do is win, 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 no matter what. And we were lucky and blessed to have Nicole on there as one of our guests on the Empowered Morning Show. So she came on and talked to us last month and shared her breast cancer journey. And I'm super excited that, not only for the We Empower Network, but also for the Empowered Morning Show, that we had the opportunity to speak to her and let her share a story. And it impacted so many people. So again, follow us at We Empower Network on Facebook and YouTube to catch all of the shows that are talking about empowerment. Also, the Empowered Morning Show, it is very imperative, honey. Follow us at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time for us to put some power back into your mornings. After that, honey, tune in to Reverend Pat, who is doing her daily devotionals. She comes through, honey, and gives you a powerful, powerful word that you do not want to miss, right? So make sure you get in there and check her out. She's always a blessing. I love how she breaks it down. So if you're looking for somebody to give you some good word, that's the person that you tap into. And then, of course, are you part of the SheEO organization? Are you part of the district? Are you connected to the sisterhood, the community? If you're not, then go to the SheEODistrict.com. Connect with Kelly A. Bowens, who is the founder, who has been, honey, out here masterminding the whole thing, letting you know how to just get together and how to support one another through health, business, wealth, social. She's had the 4 pillars, and I'm telling you, if you have not been a part of it, you need to be. But let me tell you this, honey, connect to SheEO events, because again, as you are the CEO of your life, whether it's your CEO of your health, of your business, of your wealth, or social. The social part, baby, is also, because you can't be all work. You have to have some play. So I tell you what, the next meetup is going to be in Fort Lauderdale in July 2024. Make sure you come to the Unplugged Meetup. That is where we're going to have so much fun. We are going to get together and just show out. So make sure you show up so that you can be a part of it and experience the meetups. Nicole, tell them the meetups are fire.
Fire, y'all. We have too much fun. It's always epic. It's sisterhood. It's good vibes. It's love. It's an amazing time. It's so refreshing.
That is good. Yeah, it's so refreshing to have women who are just having a ball. We dance, we sing, we talk business, but we love on each other. And I mean, that's what you want. You want to surround yourself with people who are helping you to enjoy life, because you have to have a balance. And when you're connected to a tribe of people who that's what they do, Kelly has uniquely created that balance where it's not just about all the work, because we want you to be successful in business. We want you to come on the center stage and really talk about what you do and how you do it. But just as we work hard, we want you to play hard. And so going there to the Unplugged Meetup, baby, we're going to unplug, you hear me, and enjoy ourselves. So I know that I announced that we have the most engaged guests, right? And so the drum roll, hopefully is getting ready to come, because they are getting ready to win something special. Like I said earlier, what did I hold up? Who do we have on here? We have the founder of H.E.R Wine, and Nicole is giving the most engaged person a bottle of wine that's going to come in perfect for the holidays, honey, or on the weekends, or honey, during the weekdays, whenever you need a sip of wine, right? Whenever you need a guest. So that most engaged person is none other than my girl Tina Wynn. Woo, woo, woo. Tina, Congratulations for being the winner and the most engaged guest. So listen, you get to get a bottle of her wine, and trust and believe you are going to enjoy it. So I don't know if you're a red wine girl, a white wine girl, a rose. I don't know which one you are, but any one of the bottles, you are going to love it, because I'm telling you, Nicole's everything, each bottle I've had has been absolutely delicious. So super excited about that. Nicole, tell everybody how they can get in contact with you.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I'm so honored. First of all, Angela, thank you. It is always a pleasure, always an honor to be on the center stage with you. So thank you so much. You guys, you can follow me at It's Her Wine on all social media platforms. You can reach out online at herwines.com to see all of the different locations that we're located at. And then you can definitely hit me up, email me at info@herwines.com. Tina, please email me with your address so we can get that for you. But super excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And shameless plug too, by the way, for anybody that's interested, we also are hosting. I'm really excited. I'm starting a His and Hers entertainment. So every quarter, I'm going to be launching. We need to get back to Black love. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I really want to celebrate that. So we're starting His and Hers entertainment. The first one is going to be Love Jones edition. So we have live jazz, spoken word by Def Jam poet artist. It is going to be a super sexy night. So bring Bay, get a babysitter, come out. It's going to be December 9th. You guys can definitely check out. So if you're following me, you'll see it on Instagram. You'll be able to click the link and you'll be able to see. But tickets are just $25. But come out and check it out. I wanted to give back and really celebrate Black love. So came up with this idea. So I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that sounds so much fun, and baby, affordable. And y'all know, honey, Love Jones, baby, when he was Lorenz Tate, baby, is the thing, boo. So if y'all have not seen the movie, check it out, and then let's reignite Black love. Let's go and spend a little time, listen to the spoken word, get your sip on, listen to the jazz, the grown and sexy version, honey. That is so beautiful. So what was the date again, Nicole?
December 9th. December 9th.
So make sure y'all follow her on social media so that you can connect, be in the know about everything that she has going on. Because I think that everything that you're doing is all catered towards really enjoying life. From the party bus to the charcuterie board to the making of the candles to having the king and queen event. All of those things are geared towards helping you experience life, and that's what we're here for. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to just be here and life passes you by and you're just kind of existing. You want to thrive and enjoy it and be here. And when you feel good, you do good in life all across the board. And so I love that you are tapping into those type of events and giving people that kind of experience along with the amazing wine that you do. Nicole, what else would you like to leave the people with before we shut the broadcast down?
Oh man, you hit it right on the head. I think that, the biggest thing that I would say is for everybody, just follow your happiness. I think sometimes, we get caught up and you hear people wondering like, what's my purpose? And, why am I here? What am I supposed to do? What does God really want for me? And what do I want to do with my life? And honestly, I was in the same boat. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do and what my purpose was tied to. Oftentimes, like I said, God's got to put you at that bottom. He's got to rip you to your rawest state for you to kind of get that insight. But also what I found was just by pursuing the things that made me happy, pursuing the things that brought me excitement and gave me something to look forward to, that were the breadcrumbs that led me to what brought me to my passion, right? And so my thing is to encourage you, take the intentionality back into your life. Take back control and start to lead a more intentional and happy life. Like happiness is a choice. And so make the decision to lean into yourself, Prioritize yourself with step 1. Step 2, then start to figure out what it is that you love to do and start to do it.
Listen, you can't get any better than that. Find out what you love to do and then do it. But be intentional. It's the intentionality for me that you make it a priority to put you first. Make it a priority to spend some time with yourself. Time for yourself. Pay yourself first. When you get paid, put something back. There's so many different things that you can do to make sure that you're good, because you have to be good before anybody else around you can be good. So when you learn to pour back into you, don't pour from an empty cup, but continue to surround yourself with people who pour into you as you're pouring out to them. Do the things that you love, because I'm telling you, it's something about laughter. It's something about a smile on your face that can change the whole game for you and everybody you're connected to. So let me tell you this, y'all, honey, Center Stage is going to be on a break next week. So go back and catch the replay of Nicole, and so you can get yourself together, right, and pick up on these nuggets. But we will be back on December the 12th, and we have a phenomenal guest that week. It is going to be none other than fashion designer Natisa Williams. Come on, fashion designer. Yes, y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. December the 12th will be the next one that we're going to do. So, of course, again, we are off next week, taking a break because, of course, what did I say? Mama needs a break, baby. So we're taking a break next week, but we will be back on December the 12th. Make sure y'all follow Nicole, tap into her wine, let people know about her and what she's doing. Let them know that we have Black people out here who are operating in excellence. And she's not stopping there. She's giving us amazing events to attend so that you can live life as well. So I love it, Nicole. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the giving back that you do with I Will Survive. I see why they nominated you in Entrepreneur of the Year. So congratulations for that. And I know that's just the beginning, baby. I know the sky is not even the limit. It's beyond that. I know you're going to go even further than any of the things that you're doing now. God has his hands on you, bringing you, like you say, sometimes we ask God, why me, when things happen? But at the same time, he saw you through that. And now look at what your future's bright, and you're cancer free, and you're out here making moves, and you're out here inspiring people. And we just want to say thank you for showing up and showing us what beautiful Black excellence looks like.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's such an honor every time I come here, you guys. If you're not a part of the SheEO District, you have no idea what you are missing out on. These women have filled me with so much love and support. The sisterhood is real. The advice, the wisdom, the knowledge. You got to be around like-minded women. You are truly the equivalent of the people that you spend the most time with. And so I'm so honored to be embraced and welcome. Kima and I, oh my gosh, we still talk about coming back to Kelly's brunches. So I'm so excited for it to warm up so we can get back outside, Kelly. Thank you guys so much. I'm so appreciative. Appreciate you guys. Love you.
Love you too. And y'all make sure to follow Nicole. And listen, again, we're on break for next week, but we'll be back on December the 12th. Until then, we are ending the broadcast. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great turkey day, baby. Eat you some good food, sip on some good wine, have some good company. I'm telling you, there's nothing like spending, good time with family and friends. So yes, bust open the bottles of her wine, honey. Go to the liquor stores now and get you a bottle so you can have it ready, because your guests will love you for it. All right, y'all, make sure you enjoy the rest of the night. Nicole, again, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Things happen, right? This is 2023, baby, and we are unapologetically showing up, running our business, living our lives, and we are SheEO Center Stage. Miss Lene,
yeah,
tell us, honey, about these whoopie pies and how you got started in the business.
Wow, that is a short but long story. I actually started baking at 6. Hello, everyone. I am Renatha Lene Mitchell, and the owner and chef of Lene's will be Pies and Pastries.
Hey ladies, have you heard about the SheEO Center Stage? If you have not, then please go to the page, check out some of our recent broadcasts, and then go to the SheEODistrict.com, click on programs, go to SheEO Center Stage, and then register so that we can showcase you on the center stage. That's right, it's an opportunity for you to get increased visibility for your business. And not only that, you establish your credibility in your chosen niche, and you promote your products and your services. You let people know who you are, and it's just going to change the game and help your bottom line altogether. And that's what it's all about, positioning yourself and your business to be seen by the masses. So listen, go ahead, sign up, register now so that I can be talking to you on Monday nights on the SheEO Center Stage. I will see you there. Welcome to Center Stage.